Three, two, one. Hello, everyone. Welcome in our first lesson in French. This video will be the first video in this series called J'apprends le français. With this help, you will be able to learn and talk some French. This week is devoted to the French phonetics, and we begin by the vowels. Please, thank you to subscribe and to like it for having more. Ready? Go! We start with those of the vowels in the alphabetical order. I took the trouble to add determinants in front of the examples so that you can know if it's masculine or feminine name. Ready? Yes. Let's go for the first one. It's pronounced as R in French. It's one of the easiest phonemes of French. In general, this phoneme is represented by the letter A. As the example, un ami, une amie. The first is the masculine form for a friend, and the second is a feminine form for a friend. But you can notice the exception with the word la femme, which means the woman. It's written with the letter E. The second is very close to the previous, just a little more closed. It's pronounced like O. First, this O. Okay? In the example, la pâte, pancakes batter, you can notice the sound. Don't forget to repeat. First, O second. It's very close, isn't it? Yes. The third is pronounced as E, like un été, summer, or un élastique. The mouth stretches out like you to smile. It's represented by the letter E with an acute accent all the time. The next one is pronounced as A. It could be similar to the sound A in English. It's written in different ways, with a grave accent as élève, with the combination of the letters A plus I as du lait, with the combination of the letters E and I as de la neige, when the letter E is placed before the doubling of two consonants as belle, to be beautiful, être belle, and with a circumflex accent on the letter E as la tête. It also exists a form E plus S plus T, like the third person of the verb to be, il est, elle est, he is, she is. Okay, the next one is the neutral sound from the letter E in French. It's pronounced like a, as you can see in the example. Le, which is the masculine form for the, and je, which means I. You can notice that when the letter E is placed at the end of a word, it's mute. In most cases, without mentioning exceptions, it represents the mark of the feminine words in French. However, we can notice that the words representing an abstract idea, such as, for example, the words liberté, égalité, fraternité, charité, etc., are feminine words, but they don't take a final E. The next, it's used when the spelling E plus U is followed by a consonant, as jeune, La peur, it's a little more opened, okay? The neutral and A for jeune, peur, un œuf, one egg, for a singular form. And otherwise, it's closed, like le jeu, peut, mieux, or the words des œufs, it's plural form for eggs, okay? Eggs in English. The sounds, the sounds O could be written with in different ways, as the combination of A plus U in les chevaux, horses, the combination of E plus A plus U in de l'eau, water, the later O with a circumflex accent as drôle, to be funny, and sometimes without the accent. The second example, it's like between O and O. It's pronounced, as O, O. Sometimes can be written with the combinations of A plus U as the name Paul. But you have two examples with the letter O. Une botte, a boot. Une pomme, an apple. Apple. Sorry for my English. I'm not an English speaker. So sorry for that. The third is very easy. I think it's the easiest because it exists in almost all the languages of the world. It can be represented by the letter E, the letter I, so E in French, or the letter Y, Y in French. As we can see in many French toponyms like Bercy, for example, or pyjama. And the two examples displayed ici, here, une image, picture. Following sounds is always written with the combinations of the letters O more U, except for words borrowed from abroad. Un nous, for example, beer, un jouet, a toy, and from abroad, Ubuntu. It's written with the U, okay? As you know, certainly know. Right. The last, it's pronounced as U. It also exists in German with U and umlaut. The phoneme is always represented by the letter U, or U with a circumflex accent to distinguish the sounds. Example, un mur, which means a wall, and être mûr, to be major. The circumflex accent indicates that the sound changes. Sur, which means on, and sur, which means sure. Good job. Un dictionnaire, c'est tout l'univers par ordre alphabétique. By Anatole France. Obviously, don't forget to practice repeating the pronunciation regularly. Thank you for watching. See you next time for talking about the nasals in French. Bye bye. Have a good time. Have a good week. Salut. À bientôt.